If you're genuinely not pissed off by the end of this video, something is wrong. God made him that way, we can't change it. The only thing we can do is level up. The losers have to wait in line while Chad and Tyrone are taking their turns on these girls, right? How much longer are you going to be in the 4th round? How much longer are you going to be undesired? What's up, fellas? It's your boy Rob Ben Setties here again with another video. And I want to just start off by saying I really appreciate the love that I got in the last video. So you guys will be seeing a lot more whiteboard videos on this channel. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video for today. So today, we're going to talk about the 3 main things that getting jacked taught me about women. All right, fellas. So ever since I started my fitness journey, I've been in and out of 2 relationships. And I've also lived the single bachelor lifestyle, playboy lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, right? So I've seen both sides of the coin. I've seen how differently my girlfriend has been treating me as I was making my transformation. And then I also seen the attention that I would get from other females, right? At the gym, you know, grocery store, mall, wherever, right? So the biggest thing and the biggest problem that I would run into, I would always pay attention to what the female would say, right? Rather than what they would actually do and their actual actions. Right? So I was always in a constant state of confusion because they would always say certain things like, oh, I want a dad bod, but they're over there fucking Chad and Tyrone, right? A jack dude who's like fucking 6 foot, 10% body fat, right? So that leads me to my first point. My first point is women are subconscious beings. Fellas, how many times do we fall for these same lies that these girls will tell us? How many times have you heard looks don't matter, personality matters more? Or again, like I said earlier, I want a dad bod, right? I don't want a dude who's overly muscular, right? Or I want a guy who's a nice guy, right? Guys, me getting jacked, I literally seen the switch, right? When I was skinny as hell, right? I was 150 pounds soaking wet. Guys, these girls, I was invisible to them, right? They wouldn't give me the time of day. Now, when I would ask them, right, you know, because I had girls that were friends, right? You know, I had girlfriends at the time. I would ask them, like, you know, what makes you attracted to a guy, right? And they're naming all of these, like, you know, these qualities that mirror an average dude, right? So now in my head, I'm like confused because here I am sitting at 150 pounds. I'm an average dude. I'm a nice dude, right? At that time, I was a nice guy, right? I fell for all these traps these girls would tell me, right? So I'm thinking like, I fit this exact description. So like, why are these girls ignoring me? Why am I getting no attention from these females? Why can I not go on a date with a girl, right? What's wrong with me, right? So then I started to believe in their delusion, right? Because these girls would say, you know, I want my guy to be nice, right? You know, he has to be a nice guy. He has to be a gentleman. All right, cool. Gentleman is cool, right? But we don't want to be a nice guy, right? He has to be a nice guy. He has to have a dad bod, etc., right? So I would fall into that delusion. And it wasn't until I got jacked that I actually realized like, hey, these girls don't really want a dad bod, right? They're over here fucking Chad and Tyrone. These dudes are jacked as fuck, right? Now, they may not be going out with them long term, but they're sleeping with them. You know, these guys are assholes, right? These guys aren't treating them properly. So I'm trying to think like, wow, like this whole time I've been lied to. And again, at that time, I was just in such a place of like confusion, and I would resent women for this reason. And guys, I don't want you guys to follow the same things that I did. Don't resent these girls, right? These girls are subconscious beings. They don't even know what they're thinking, right? So what makes you think you can figure out what they're thinking? The thing is, fellas, they lead with their emotion, right? They lead with things that sounds good in their head, but isn't reality, right? Us as men, we think with logic, right? We're more realist, right? We think with logic and women think with emotion. So again, us trying to understand why they think the way they do is damn near impossible, right? So you can't hate the player, you gotta hate the game, bro, right? That's just the way they are, right? God made them that way, we can't change it. The only thing we can do is level up. Yeah, man, at that time, I was just resenting women for this stupid reason, like this thing I couldn't understand. Right? And for the longest, I could not understand it until I got jacked, right? So now I'm seeing all these chicks that say, oh, I want a dad bod, I want this, I want that, right? They're over here fucking me, and I'm putting out little to no effort, right? I'm not taking them on fancy dates, you know? I'm not sending them good morning text, right? I'm not blowing up their phone, but they're still sleeping with me on like the second or third date, right? First date even sometimes. So that right there let me know, right? Like something changed, right? Obviously, you know, I didn't play the nice guy anymore, right? I got more hip to what was going on. You know, I started acting a little bit more cold, but the real change was my physique, bro. My physique changed, right? And then my reality changed. And it's funny because you guys gave me a lot of shit for that video that I did with Julia. Guys, you have to really think and use your head. Do you really think that I believed anything that came out of her mouth? Obviously not. I'm hip to the game already, right? I can't be fooled anymore. Guys, again, that exact video, if you haven't watched that video, go back to that video and watch it. That exact video is a full display of exactly what I'm talking about, right? Guys, I literally sat there with her and broke down her psychology. And then towards the end, she kind of agreed with me on certain things, right? But again, she was saying things like, you know, looks don't matter that much, you know, not any guy can just come up to me at the gym. Cap. If dude is handsome, jacked, he's wearing nice clothes to the gym, right? And he smells good, of course you're gonna give him the time of day. Come on now, like let's be real. Right? So again, like woman's delusion was on full display in that video, right? So again, guys, of course I didn't believe anything she said, right? Of course I didn't believe anything she said. I don't even know why you guys would even think I did. I don't even know why you guys would think I'd be that stupid to believe her lies and delusion. Come on, guys. You guys gotta do better than that. All right, now time for the next point. Women love conditionally. I hate to break it to you, fellas. These women only love you under the condition that you can provide them value. What do I mean by this? Guys, I figured this out when I got jacked simply because as soon as I decided to make that switch to taking my fitness level to that elite level, right, and actually getting jacked, I realized that every other aspect in my life improved. I doubled my income. I got an insane amount of confidence. I improved my social skills and my social proof, and I started taking my hygiene more seriously and dressing better. So my whole life literally improved, right? Again, when it wasn't like that, I wasn't getting any chicks, right? And again, they were out there fucking Chad and Tyrone, right? The dudes who were balling, the dudes who were on top of their game, right? The dudes who were on top of their shit. So again, me not taking my fitness seriously and me being skinny and average literally held me back from all these opportunities that I didn't know about until I got jacked, right? So again, everything increased, right? Guys, there's gonna be girls that you're gonna take seriously and they're gonna wanna go on nice dinner dates, right? Here and there. They're gonna wanna go out of the country. They're gonna wanna have nice experiences, right? So they can't do that with an average Joe. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? They can't do that with the average Joe in this economy, right? So they're gonna look for the dudes who have value, right? And you're not gonna really understand the power of value and how to obtain it until you get your fitness straight, right? Fitness is the foundation of all of this shit, bro. And again, a top tier physique represents discipline. It shows you have consistency. It shows you're a hardworking man. These are the qualities that women look for in a guy in a relationship, right? If you guys are in a hard times, right? Times are tough. She has to know that she can count on you to get you guys out of that hole, right? She has to know that she can count on you and depend on you for the finances, right? So again, going back to what I said earlier, they're subconscious, right? So when I look at someone that's jacked, subconsciously, I'm thinking all of these things, right? So again, it all goes back to them being subconscious, them thinking emotionally, them thinking with their emotions, right? So again, guys, getting jacked is gonna give them that signal. It's gonna signal to them that, hey, this man is a hardworking guy who demands respect, right? This is someone I want to have kids with. This is someone I want to start a family with, right? And I want to take seriously. When you're out of shape and you're fat or you're skinny as hell, she doesn't get any of those signals. What she's really thinking when you're out of shape is, this guy doesn't take himself seriously, so why should I? He's out of shape, he's lazy, and he's a slob. So obviously she's not gonna fuck with you. Why would she? And I'm sick and tired of you motherfuckers saying, oh, that girl's a gold digger, that girl's hypergamous. Like, yes, of course why wouldn't I want a girl that's a hypergamist? Why would I not want a girl that wants a guy who's on top of his shit. Yes, there's a difference between a gold digger and a hypergamist, but you guys have to realize, right? If a girl just looks at personality, what is that? Everybody has a good personality, right? You can find that anywhere. So girls that say, personality is over everything, right? Those girls are typically 304s. Those are the girls who sleep with anybody. Those are the girls who give the average Joe a chance, right? Would you want your future wife, right? Or the mother of your kids to just fuck with any dude, any random dude? No. You would want a girl who values herself and has high expectations for her man, right? So you guys need to stop thinking like, oh, she's a gold digger or she's a hypergamist. Oh, she's so vain. No, bro. That's the type of woman you would want. You guys have to increase your standards, bro. I don't know what you guys think this is. Like any high tier woman that looks good, respects herself, and actually wants to settle down with a man and have a family. Do you really think a woman like that is gonna fuck with an average Joe? Come on, bro. Let's be real here. Let's be honest with ourselves, man. And for the last point, they break the rules for Chad and Tyrone. Guys, I need you guys to understand that getting jacked not only improves your physique, but it improves the quality of your life, right? So again, it's gonna make you a harder worker. It is going to improve your social proof, right? It's going to improve your social skills. People are going to come up to you and talk to you simply because you are in top tier shape, and they either admire your physique, envy it, or they genuinely just want questions so they can look exactly like you, right? So again, by default, your social skills will improve, right? And again, it's gonna make you more ambitious, right? So subconsciously, you should be able to work harder, right? You work hard in the gym, you bust your ass for that top tier physique, you will then improve your finances, right? You will then improve your career. Your job will get 10 times easier, right? People will admire you at your job. Your bosses will respect you more. Your kids will respect you more. Your peers will respect you more, right? So all of these things will slowly get you into that high top tier status as a man, right? So AKA Chad and Tyrone. Guys, these girls are breaking these rules for these guys simply because these guys are valued amongst society. So of course they're gonna give these guys first dibs, right? They're giving all the losers have to wait in line while Chad and Tyrone are taking their turns on these girls, right? These girls, guys, another thing that I've noticed, a lot of these girls are sleeping with the same guys, right? Guys, I'll be on Tinder swiping, right? I'll get with a girl, boom. Talk to one of my boys. I'll be like, hey, I'll show them one of the girls. I'm like, hey, do you know this girl, right? Then they got a story. It's always a story, right? But again, all of the people that I hang around with, right? These guys are Chad and Tyrone's as well, right? These guys are top tier men as well. So yeah, man, these girls are sleeping with the same dudes. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Chad and Tyrone are taking all of the picks. They're getting the first round picks while you guys are sitting down there in the fourth round, right? How much longer are you going to be in the fourth round? How much longer are you going to be undesired? How much longer are you going to hold no value? You guys should genuinely be pissed off right now. I'm going to be honest with you. You guys should genuinely be pissed because I'm going to tell you one thing. I can guarantee you for a fact I was pissed. I can guarantee you I was pissed when I was 150 pounds, right? I can guarantee you I was pissed when I was getting overlooked by these women. I was pissed when I was getting no matches on Tinder. I was pissed when she was letting Chad and Tyrone smack those buns and I was out there beating my meat. I'm going to be honest with you, brother. I'm just telling you like it is. I've experienced both sides of the coin, so I can tell you that from experience. So yes, I hope all of you retain this information and don't go through the same things that I did. But most importantly, I hope you guys get in the fucking gym and get jacked, right? Because I want all of you guys to experience these same things that I'm experiencing, right? And if you're not, something's wrong. If you're genuinely not pissed off by the end of this video, something is wrong, brother. So yeah, man, get pissed. Because I'm telling you, I can tell you, bro, being last pick is not fun. Hearing all these lies and being deceived by these women is not fun, right? Her telling you she has a boyfriend is not fun. Her leaving you undelivered is not fun. Her leaving you on red is definitely not fun. Her not texting you back after the first date is not fun. Her ghosting you is not fun. So again, guys, if you're not pissed, bro, something needs to change. All right, fellas, so that was the end of the video. And man, I really do appreciate the love, like I said earlier. expect big things from this channel. Like, it's literally only up from here, man. So yeah, man, it's gonna be good. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out, guys. Until next time.